What's going on, everybody? How you doing out there? How you living? Have you ever wanted to get really close to Paul Stanley? And I mean real close. I mean like, smell the drapes, smell the bed sheets, maybe climb through a window, something like that. Well, Paul Stanley has decided to bulldoze his Beverly Hills home. And we have an inside treat here because that little area down there is the entryway to heaven. In some people's eyes, it is the entryway to heaven. It is Paul Stanley's home. Beautiful palace, beautiful mansion that he's going to bulldoze. I think he's going to keep the property and build a whole new mansion on top of that. I am excited to see that he's everything must go here, right? He's gotten all the good stuff out, and all these people you see here walking and talking and driving and looking, it's an estate sale. So anything that he's left in the house is available for sale, inside and out. Now we're talking, old T-shirts or, just whatever. I mean, people will buy Paul Stanley stuff, right? If he left half a roll of toilet paper in the bathroom, how much is this? I'd like to buy that. Can I get Mr. Stanley to sign it? So we're going to take a tour. We're going to go with this fella here, this chap, BJ, and he's going to he's got the camera out, and he's going to be filming everything that his eyes delight on and see. One thing I noticed in the little article that I read about it was that he's also selling the lemon trees. That's right, people. If you love lemons, you want to make some lemonade, he's selling the trees. Planter, lemonade tree, and everything, $400. Not a bad deal. I don't know what lemon trees usually go for, but let's get into this. Let's travel in time. Let's travel with BJ as he cruises through the massive Paul Stanley estate, and maybe he finds some goodies, and we will stop it, start it, and see things for the very first time. I've never been on his property. I mean, after the lawsuit and everything, they asked me to leave, and I abide by all court appointed lawsuits and legalese. I will not break the law. So let's get into this and see what happens. So they're walking down. This guy, he's buy sell. He's a stock trader. He's buy sell. I'm down here right now. I'm going to get into the panty drawer of Paul Stanley here. I like they're still masked up, right? Perfect time for an estate sale is during a pandemic, right? Now I just love the look of this. What are those clay roof bits? I'm not sure of the proper terminology, but this isn't cheap shingles, folks. These are those clay tiles. This looks like a big villa in like Italy. Have you ever been there and seen that? They got the nice little fountain out front. This guy scored like a bench and stuff, but everything, Paul Stanley has cleared out everything that he wants. Another thing that I want you to notice here real quick is these windows, because you might be saying to yourself, Shane, bullshit. This is not Paul Stanley's home. Look at these windows here, my fine folks. I don't know what set of windows he's in, but look at this right here. Ha ha! There's those windows. Let's see what he's going to say.
So here I am, and here you are. I've been inside now for 17 or 18 days.
Okay, so he's in the pandemic thing, but those windows right there, one of them windows Paul Stanley was in doing that little video that you see right there. So just so you know that I'm not being a bullshit artist. A lot of people there.
They're going to demolish it. This is a demolition. Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to demolish this.
Look at just the brickwork alone for the driveway is, if I could get a brick mason or something to give me a good estimate on that, I'd love to know, but tens of thousands of dollars just to lay that intricate brick out so you can drive your car over it. This is not a poor man's castle. This is a rich man's home. This is a rich man's castle. It's even got a place for the goddamn hunchback in Notre Dame to hang out,
Oh, the rich.
Right. BJ knows. Oh, the rich. Did Paul put those little notes up on the doors? And cut. Recessed lighting each. $10 each, really? Huh. For a minute, I was like, why did Paul Stanley have a little sticker? That must be BJ down there. You can subscribe to BJ if you want to. Nice fireplace with the satanic logoing there. What's she going on about? You could buy that phone if you want. See, and you always know it's a good estate sale when they got these little stickers. These little stickers on everything. What's his little candy dish going for? $9. Was that $950 or $9.50? He can go to hell if he wants $950 for that.
2K.
Oh, he does. $250. Sold to Ben. Is that a little picture of Jesus? Look at that. Does it suck to live there? And there's where the kids, man, oh man, could you just imagine going to Grandpappy's house and he's got that set up. My Grandpappy loves me. Who's your Grandpappy? He's Paul Stanley and he loves me deeply because I have a goddamn tic-tac-toe and a slide and everything. That's a grandpa that loves his kids. And that's a man that loves, does he have young kids? He loves them too. Look at that little house. That freaking little house. You can divorce your kids, go live out in the little house. If you don't eat your Brussels sprouts, right? Ooh, what do we got here? Okay, BJ, I wish you'd cut a little longer. Even that brickwork right there, that's nothing's cheaply done on a mansion, is it? Right? Paul Stanley, he likes the finer things in life, and he's not going to have some half-assed stonemason come over there and do work. No, he's going to have the top of the notch. He's going to say, who's the biggest guy? He's going to go to Yelp and say, who's the biggest guy? Who's got the most talent here in the Beverly Hills area? And he says, well, get him over here. We'll do it. All right?
What?
Lots of little kid items.
Yeah. Make a move. They'll probably haggle.
What the fuck is that? It's a full-on panda costume. Paul's into the kinky stuff. He's into that. What do they call that? Pedophilia? What do they call that? Cuddlies?
They'll probably haggle.
You wouldn't buy a panda costume.
No kidding.
And a rabbit costume with a big stain on the back, right? BJ, why didn't you go into the house more? Oh, thank you, BJ. This is where Paul made love. This might have been where he was laying on the bed in Western Civilization. What was that? Paul Stanley. Decline of the Western Civilization Part 2, where he's laying in the bed with the sexy ladies. Haha, right here, look at this.
Ain't really a change so much, except for maybe perhaps the technical element, but the energy is still there.
Yeah, whatever.
The fun is still there.
There's just nothing but
There's Alice. What's
fist in your face, and I think that's what's
Show
the
Paul
great
and
thing
his-
about metal. It saved rock and roll for the '80s.
Well, I think heavy metal is
There he
the
is.
true rock and roll of the 80s. And rock and roll was basically music made by
Tell me more, Paul. Ah, jeez, Paul.
people who were thinking with their crotches.
Punk
Who they're thinking with their crotches. So this is the room where he thinks with his crotch. Got a ping pong table down there? Jeez, bro. The fun never ends at the Stanley home. There it is, right there. There it is.
Made by people who were thinking with their crotches.
And there's where he thinks with his crotch. How much is that bed going for? Get over there. Oh, that's a nice cabinet. That's a solid hundy right there.
Imagine he gets a fucker on that.
What did he say? Imagine he could fuck her on the... What's he saying? BJ. Imagine him fucking her on that.
Imagine he gets a fucker on that.
Imagine he gets to fuck her on that. Is that his wife? He's thinking
Crotches.
Crotches.
Their crotches. Thinking with their crotches. Thinking with their crotches. With their crotches.
With their crotches. Yeah, buddy. Oh, he banged some good on there. Don't you worry about that. Paul's a huge fan of mirrors. He likes looking at himself in the mirror. So, of course, that mirror's gone. You know, he's going to take the mirror with him. Leave those chandeliers, though. Look at that. The only problem that I have with this shower here, and it's amazing, it's beautiful, it's made of old brick and stuff. You feel like you're in Italy. You're just going for it. You're having a great time. You're in the villa. You've ate the spaghetti. Asa Maria. Problem is, I don't know if this is that fancy kind where once you fire it up, it kind of fogs up. Even if I'm alone in the bathroom, I feel uncomfortable with the see-through glass there. You know, that's why they make shower curtains that are colored, or they're, you know, even if they're clear, they're not perfectly clear. You know, you don't want to be looking at your flabby ass through the glass there into the mirror or anything like that. So, then again, if it's a sexy lady like this one,
Thinking with their crotches.
then I want to see what's going on in there while I'm doing a shave or something. You know, I'm shaving up my stubble. Beautiful. This is the secret. Okay, I'm not too fond of that. I'm not too fond of that wallpaper or whatever's going on there. And cut. Yeah, that wood grain is not. Sorry, Paul, not a fan of that. Beautiful table. Boy, I sure would love to know where all the... How much? Sorry, I was talking over. PJ, I apologize.
1,200.
$1,200? That's an old $1,200. I'll come back to you on that deal. You know what's amazing to me, though, is you're just seeing kind of regular folks, right? You're not seeing people dressed in Paul Stanley makeup going, yeah, I'm here, I'm going to buy some stuff at the auction, the estate sale.
Marvelous footage.
Is Paul here, by the way? We got the plumber there, too, huh?
This place goes on forever.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He just fell in love right there. Oh, my God. Look at this. He fell in love.
Goes on forever. Oh my god. Look.
I just fell in love with you, honey. Look at that chandelier. That's nice. A lot of people. Oh, what's that? A little. Is that the garage or the boathouse? Paul down there swimming in the pool. Life is good. And that's another bathroom. Man, oh man, life is great, Paul. All that beautiful work. Look at all that beautiful marble work and everything. It's all going to be destroyed so he could build something else. I hope he has a vineyard or a wine. Look at that. That's another bathroom.
That's a bathroom.
Jesus. Is that two different sets of toilets?
Bathroom.
Oh, that's okay. So that's, yeah, it's got another little glass shower there. Nice big bath. bathtub for two, so you can scrub his what?
We're thinking with their crotches.
So he can scrub his crotch. Yeah, and then the toilet, perfect. I like that. It's way away from the rest of the room.
That's a bathroom.
You know, when you're a young lover and that's the way you want to do a bathroom. If you can afford it and you can have something that's basically the size of an apartment just be your bathroom, that's the way to do it. You put the toilet over in a smaller room and then you put the sinks in the bathroom and everything else. Because if you're just in love and newly in love with a young woman and you're thinking with your crotches and all that, and you got to drop a deuce, but you guys have just been, making love and having fun and doing all this stuff and you're all naked and stuff. She's in the shower. You realize I've got to drop a load. You can just go into the nice, demure, small area to take a dump, and clearly they have. There's no paper on that roll. And meanwhile, she's none the wiser. She's over there taking a sexy shower. You're dropping a deuce. Nobody needs to know. He's probably got a bidet in there. You clean the hind end. Then you get back in the shower with the baby. She says, "Where'd you go?" Says, "I just went to do something real quick. Now I'm back, baby." That's a lot of hats.
It is. What did that guy just tell us? This is the
Paul Stanley's home.
Paul Stanley's home. How about that? Paul Stanley.
Paul Stanley's home. So they didn't even know it was Paul Stanley's home.
Yeah, we got the. That's awesome.
Paul Stanley's home. Yeah, it's a nice little room for children. Does anyone know his kids' names? Jesus. It's a big stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Again, with the ping pong table out there. No bidders on that. We don't got any bidders on that. That's a solid ping pong table. Ping pong tables are fun for about 3 days. And then you fold it up and stick it in your garage and you never touch it again. But so these guys are like estate sales types of folks where they go around and they get the good hot deals. They've just changed their tune on buying all that furniture, haven't they? Well, this is Paul Stanley's. You get a premium price for that. Is that the bed where he was thinking about crotches? Thinking about the crotches.
With their crotches.
No, I'm pretty sure that headboard there.
Their crotches.
Yeah, that's the headboard from the other room, the first room. Where was that? Thinking with the crotches. Hey, he's fucking her in here. Wouldn't that be great? Jesus. No, that's where he fell in love. Okay, anyways, let's keep going with this. He's thinking with his crotches. That's the son's room. It's got to be. Stickers all over the door. Holes in the walls. He's got a real temper, his son. There's a small bathroom for the son.
Yeah.
And I imagine they're letting you take anything you want. If you want the sinks, if you want the whatever you want, because it's basically going to be bulldozed. Everything left in that house is going into the garbage heap. A lot of empty toilets, right? Look at that.
Yeah.
Empty toilet roll sitting there. You think people come in there and they're like, man, no better time than the present to take a healthy shit. I feel like I'm in some kind of a first-person shooter game.
Just that. Yeah.
Just the glass. Paul knows he knows how to make a deal. He's got stickers on everything. He's probably got an assistant that's done all that too. He's like, I trust your judgment, Judy, and you've been my longest, closest, person on my payroll. So whatever prices that you feel are the proper prices for this furniture and hats and everything else, you're welcome to put on there. Just don't chip me out of my money. Oh, that's a TV room. Wow. Complete with the curtains, too, huh? Is that a Paul Stanley original? Get over there, BJ. See what the sticker is. Those lamps, solid. Those, $200 each all day. Dad needs to take a break. How many times has Paul Stanley sat his beehole right there on that chair? It's an honor. It truly is. It's just an honor. And that's where the mistress goes up the stairs there. See, you got the swimming pool. You're out there having the sexy times with the lady. And then she sneaks up these stairs here. And then when he's got to go back in the house to his wife and kids and everything, here's her little right there. She goes up the secret stairs to the sexy room. And then they come in and he says, hey.
Thinking with their crotches.
He's thinking with his crotches. He's thinking with his crotches. Caution. I like that Paul cares about, oh, maybe those were just put on there recently. Caution with the stairs. Paul Stanley still owns the home. If you fall down the stairs, he is still liable. Boy, this guy's really stepping for it, didn't he? Jesus, he was really taking those stairs, wasn't he? It's like a 10-year-old. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's like I'm in a first-person shooter. Oh, look at this. Sweet outside furniture hangout bungalow area. Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley hanging. I mean, just a beautiful home. Just a beautiful home. Is this where he buries the bodies? How much is that going for? Where's the lemon trees? They said they were in planters. $400 a piece for the lemon trees. You could have a zoo in there. This is where the serial killer climbs over the fence, gets into the property. Yeah, they pulled all the electronics out. That might be the room right there where Paul was doing his thingies.
Hey, so here I am.
Hey, peekaboo. Crotches, everybody. Crotches. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the room. Huh. Like a freaking private investigator. Oh, and it's got a little kitchen area. Life is so good. You could put a pizza pie oven in there. Jeez, bro. This is how the wealthy live. That is all. I hope you enjoyed that journey with me as we went through Paul Stanley's Mulholland home. Beverly Hills estate. It is now, I'd love to know if you can put it in the comments if it's been demolished. I actually looked up video. I'd like to see some sledgehammers going through it. I couldn't find anything like that. But that's all I got for this. Swinging in. Hope you enjoyed your journey through Paul Stanley's home with me. I know that I did. That's all I got.
Is the true rock and roll of the 80s. And rock and roll was basically music made by people who were thinking with their crotches.